Hello, hello. Hold on, I'm currently updating the sock photo because I realized I haven't actually used these ones before, so I had to actually upload them. Straight. Okay. So where did we leave off? Last time we did no under the commando run, as we're calling it. Honestly, that would be a great title. Factorio, but I'm going commando is so that goes so hard. If I could find a way to make this something, edit this down, it wouldn't be super crazy, but it would be a really funny title, and that makes me want to do it. And then what else? Yeah, so we did this last time. The whole gist of it was no underground pipes, no underground belts, and also I'm not letting myself use splitters for the most part. Technically, I don't need to add that one in. I've just kind of been doing it for fun. So we'll see if I actually stick with that because it could cause some problems eventually. But what did we leave off on? We got to steel. I made a car. Oh right, I made a car to test that one thing somebody suggested, which was it was really something. Hold on, the mic's not in the right spot. Hold on, slowly dying. I need water. So these aren't the most exciting socks. I do really like them though. They're one of my favorite pairs. They fit really well. They're like a really thick cotton. So they just like feel nice. And sometimes you need that. A lot of times the fun socks don't tend to be made that comfortably. Like it's like 50-50, I guess. But like, if they're really fun design, it's worth it. So I'll go with it. But these are actually like, they're nice. They're really comfy. They're nice and cozy, especially on a cold winter day. Not quite as cozy as the ones I was wearing yesterday though. Those are thick. So, why is this not muted? Okay. I mean, it wasn't making any sound, but it could have if I accidentally bumped a button. Where did we leave off? We got to green science. Is it not working? Okay, so we're clearly having issues with this. What are those issues, and how do we fix them? Hold up, how do we fix these? Wait. Can we fix these? We're running out of iron. Okay, I do see a way we can get a little bit more iron there. It's not a ton. It's not a ton at all, but we can get like... Wait, hold on. Sorry, someone was at the door. Okay. What is this? What's the difference between these two? I have main and I have main 2, but main 2 doesn't have anything. I wonder what... I feel like I did it for specifically one specific thing, or maybe I was testing something. Maybe I could have been. I think it was a test. Anyway, why would I choose to do things this way? I take viewer suggestions, and this one was requested multiple times, so it felt wrong to ignore it. Is that is that a sufficient enough answer? It's not that I particularly wanted to, but um, I did want to at least enough. But yeah, it was mostly just suggested enough that I gave in. Oh wait, this doesn't work. Now it works. Okay. I guess we can also supplement it probably from the side. Sushi only base. Sushi only base has been done a lot. That one's not super high on my list. Mostly because I don't find sushi interesting, like interesting enough to do. It's like it could go on the list, but it's definitely going to be pretty low prio. I can say that much. There's I don't know, for something about it has never like piqued my interest that much, except in like a speedrun sense of, oh, I need to do sushi to save time. But outside of that, it's not that great. Also, how do I get steel over here? Oh, I see. I see how I can get steel over here. Wait, do I? Yeah, I see how I can get steel over here. Okay. We also need to finish our steeling. And should I leave room for larger buffers? I don't really, probably, right? Yeah, I don't really know where this needs to go. I think what we'll do, 100% but only sushi. Honestly, that's, a lot of that sounds like it would just be optimal. Like, I feel like you would actually, you would save a lot of time with a lot of stuff. Maybe not everything being sushi. I don't know how you would really enforce that either. Where can we go? We can go through here, right? Yeah, we can go through here. Yeah, this'll work. This'll work. Okay, and then we just take the spaghetti and we go all the way over here. Grab some while we're at it, and then voila, we have... Well, these don't have an output yet, or any input. So aside from the fact that they're not working, it's working. You know, it's very, very good. Yeah, let's before I do another 100% idea, we're gonna finish the one I've been working on for a while. We definitely don't have any plans to do another 100% run within the next 4 months, probably. Because I think it might take that long to do the burner one. In terms of actually designing the base. So that would be very, very far at the list, at the end of the list. Yeah, the designing 100% base is incredibly long undertaking. It's like multiple 100 hours, 100 plus hours, plus the run itself to do something like that, probably. Or, you know, if you just design it during the run, it's still, you're looking at 100 hours. That's a large commitment. How's my power doing? Yeah, that's kind of one of the main problems with Factorio is that the challenge runs of it just end up being incredibly long. Because like as a whole, the game's already fairly like slow compared to a lot of games. So when you add limitations, it just makes it so much slower. So like an average challenge run for this can easily be like 48 hours. You don't have that many that will be under 2, which is really unfortunate, which I've been trying to think of some runs I could do that don't go to launch that would still be interesting. Like a really, really weird limitation, but I just go to like a specific early game achievement or like blue science or something. Because it would be nice to have some that I can actually do in a single day. Hello, Tice. So we have steel over here. Okay, we can start doing... I think we can start doing refinery stuff. Okay, so this needs to be... Oh, this needs to be pipes, that's for sure. Wait, can we use pipes? Yeah, Gotlap is a bit too early. There that many limitations that I think that would affect that. Unless I like artificially like limited myself, that's possible. Because the thing with GotLab is you can finish that in like 20 minutes by hand feeding everything entirely. So what kind of limitations can you do that will delay something that can just be a hand fed base in 20 minutes? Right? So it would need to be a little bit past that. Like honestly just like 10 to 20 minutes past that would probably have something that would benefit from like any restriction. We just need that little bit first. Okay, how do we do this? I don't want to make this too large. Oh, we'll buffer the pipes at the end. There we go. I'm trying to make it that I don't have to place that many pipes. We can't use underground, so at least we don't need to worry about underground assemblers. We don't really need boilers. We'll put them there just so we don't have to worry about it. We also don't really need steam engines. It's not like they'll produce anyway. Not anytime soon. But yeah, something a little bit past Gotlap would be good. Like something in the blue science range, I think. Or like maybe just every green science. Like that might be reasonable. Like everything up to green science just gives you like an arbitrary. You have to make a base that can at least produce stuff or you're going to be waiting forever. So that at least means you have to have something scalable. Getting to construction bots. Yeah, construction bots could be reasonable. I guess it would really depend if I want something to include oil or not. That would change what the restrictions would be. So yeah, either of those would probably be good. The thing is, construction bots, they're also like an interesting... I would want it to end before construction bots, I think. Because construction bots usually... Once you get to construction bots, you have like phase 2. Where you're like reinvigorated to finish the run. Because they just change everything. Like you still have the same limitations, at least with a lot of the runs I've been doing. But now you can like add more on top of that. Will this work? Oh yeah, this will work. This will work great. So that's always the the debate. Like, will bots actually still be unique at this point? And honestly, the answer is usually yes. And I think that's great. Like how bots just don't instantly make a challenge over. Yeah, well, ending at them is the obvious choice, but then I would want to use them is what I'm going at. Like if I get 2 bots, I would want to actually use bots, right? We need more iron. Okay, I have an idea. There we go. Wait, this doesn't output on the belt? What? That doesn't output there? Do we have a medium pole? Can we get a medium pole? Let's get a medium pole. Because then we can place it here. It would be cool if I just did like a 2-part thing. 2-parter thing, I don't know. Because I've been thinking it would be nice to have shorter videos as well. Because a lot of videos I watch and like are ones that are like 2 parts for like an 8-hour run. Condensing like 100 hours into like 20 minutes, I don't love. It's impressive, but I don't love that style all the time. So maybe there would be a good way to just break things up. Okay, I thought these would research faster. Also, I don't know. I thought I needed higher throughput, but honestly, I don't. I can just use a regular long inserter there. Okay, so hopefully this helps a little bit with the iron issue, because apparently we have a very significant iron issue. This isn't great. This is still going to take a lot of iron. Maybe I should make these entirely take from this side. I think that's the strat. And then does this output fast enough? I don't think it does, right? No, wait. Yeah, it does. Why does my base have less spaghetti than yours? Partially because I can't use undergrounds, so I have to be very, very intentional to not place that much spaghetti because I can't fix it. If you would see any of my other any of my other bases, trust me, there's a whole lot of spaghetti. But we can't fix it this time. Any spaghetti we build, we are committed to. So I'm trying to be very careful for once. We're getting less careful though as time goes on, so Tice is probably right. There will be a lot in like 5 minutes, probably. But I'm trying to fix this iron issue first. Actually, wait, because I redesigned this. Told you underground-less would be a spaghetti? I don't think anybody doubted you on that. I think we all believed you. I didn't see a vision where it wasn't spaghetti. Okay, there we go. Science works again. You know what? Sure. We're just gonna click everything because I didn't want to pay attention to what I was looking at. We'll limit this to 8. Okay, these are producing again. Perfect. Let's limit this to 4. Let's limit this to 1. What are these limited by? Gears? You know, I might be able to improve gears now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Those are very random. That is not what I meant to do. Oh, wait. Why is that still copied? The mouse only one was kind of spaghetti. Yeah, that one ended up being a lot more spaghetti than I wanted it to be. It's just when you have the goals to just launch a rocket, there's not that much reason to keep like super clean. You just need it to be clean enough. What sort of challenge wouldn't make me do spaghetti? Hand fed only. That would have no spaghetti in it. That would be just rows after rows of assemblers. The perfect base. It would be the least fun base I can make, but it would be a pretty perfect base, right? Also, did we need landfill? I can't remember if we needed landfill. Oh my gosh, I just saw where our base is heading towards. We need landfill. Hi, Zasper. Yeah, let's set up some landfill. I did not notice that lake there. It was outside of our vision when we decided to build our base that direction. I mean, I think there's more space than I'm imagining, but there's not that much space. And there's not much space the other way either because of the iron, or the cliffs. Yeah, this is just not a great spot. Hand-fed only means you'd have to feed water manually as well. I doubt it. I don't think I would have a pipe limitation. I mean, I'm not like super enthusiastic about that idea anyway anytime soon. He did a hand-feeding one for one of his runs? I don't think anyone's done like a pure hand-feeding one, have they? I mean, there's runs with a lot of hand feeding. Just because hand feeding is very useful. But that's just because hand feeding is very powerful in Factorio. Like, it's useful pretty much all the time. There's very little reason not to use it, aside from it's annoying to do. But I mean, even if it was, I don't necessarily... Like, I'm not opposed to doing something that has already been done. Because it's just fun to do things. Will this work? Yeah, this will work. Do we have landfill researched yet? I think we researched it. Yeah, handcraft only. The only problem with that is that's 160 hours. And it would not be fun to watch or do. I like the idea of it, but that is an incredibly large time commitment. I think the estimate is 160 hours. Oh, that's true. I haven't done a car only run, have I? Did I do a car only run? I don't remember. I don't think I did a car only run. Maybe I'll do a car only one. How did that estimate come about? Someone did... Yeah, you did it with the any percent base. That was hilarious. A base that was very much not designed for that. Someone did the math, a rough estimate for like, I think it was about 160 hours. Yeah, that's well, someone suggested handcraft only. Um, the number doesn't change that much if you're mining and crafting at the same time, because so much of your time is going to be spent hand mining everything. Like you end up being so bottlenecked by just handcrafting. I don't think there's a significant difference between the two. Like maybe a little bit. But that's different. This isn't for the hand-fed base. That was a different suggestion. Someone also threw in handcraft only in the mix. But it would be fun to do that, aside from the fact that I would be dedicating, let's say if I did it 10 hours a week, right? I would dedicate 4 to 5 streams a week to it for 4 months, because I will not do it off stream. I don't want to sit there and hold right click for 160 hours for 4 months, no matter how funny it would be. I've thought about doing it with like a speed improvement. Also, why are there gears here? Oh, this was the wrong recipe. Hand fed only would probably be doing. Yeah, that one's a much faster. Yeah, if I sped up the tick speed by like 10 times, it wouldn't be that bad, because then that would be 16 hours. And you could just very frequently like click things or infrequently check things. Like a game tick improvement, I think would be fine. How's our base doing? I mean, iron's low, but that just happens when you're spending it. Hopefully we start getting enough landfill. Yeah, we just need to prep for oil. Oil's not too bad. We should probably do it on this side of the base, right? So we don't have to try to get fluids through the base for now. Yeah. That means we need bricks. How do we do bricks? You know what? We're going to finish the stealing and then we'll do bricks. Because we never actually finished the entire thing. It's really not worth. Yeah, it's I like the idea of it. I just wish it was a little bit shorter. Like if it was 40 hours or something, I could justify it. Like I could just dedicate like 2 weeks of streams to it. Or like do it on a controller and just hold right click for like 5 days. What? Did I miss something? But 160 is a bit too high. I think it's 160. It's like, it was like 7 days, right? 7. Do you think whoever did the math on handcrafting account for the floating point bug? I doubt it. They also didn't include prod modules. Like if you handcrafted a prod module, I think you would save like 20 hours. So that was also not accounted for. Because modules, I think, could be allowed. Like, you're handcrafting everything, right? Surely you can put modules in the silo. Can you link something? What is the context? Yeah, I don't think it went that in detail. It just used a rough estimate based on crafting times. Did you have the thing? Oh yeah, the thing that we're talking about. Yeah, that's where the estimates came from. They're not perfect, but I mean they seem decent enough to know I wouldn't want to do it. Like they're probably right within like at least a couple days. That still makes it 5 days of holding right click and hand mining iron and doing nothing else. Okay, so now we have a steel lane. Well, we've had a steel lane. Now we have a full steel lane, which hopefully is getting enough coal. I'm probably gonna run into coal issues soon enough. But yeah, well, before we do anything crazy like that, we would just do a hand-fed only base. That one is actually pretty high on the list. I almost did that this week, and then I'm like, that requires a lot more energy than I have this week, so we didn't do it. Are we getting enough copper? Not really, but we're getting we're doing fine. Okay, so we need a brick lane. Brick lane should not be that bad. I mean, that's true for a lot of things, though. But like some things, you just sometimes you just gotta do something, right? Like that's what motivates a lot of things. Like just can you do it? Can you be the one dumb enough to do it? It's It's just always a fun concept. Aside from the full week commitment. Daily. 24 hours a day. We'll do a subathon, and it's just gonna be me, like, having media share up and holding right-click for 160 hours. Nothing could go wrong with that. Okay, so where can we get stone? Do you think we can wrap the stone around our entire base? Probably. Is it worth it? Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably. I'm sure it's fine. We also don't need, we don't need both halves, so this is actually just kind of wasted space. We might do something with it. Okay, so this is pretty straightforward, then we just somehow get this through. Okay, what's going to be lower throughput? Well, we need a gap here because we will have another copper lane going through here. Biters are turned off. Anytime biters don't actively change the challenge, I turn them off because all they do is slow it down. And my biggest complaint about challenge runs or just any kind of content for Factorio is that they're already really long. So unless biters don't add something unique to it, they're usually disabled. Just because they add they'll add like an hour, but they don't add an hour that's actually like interesting to the challenge. But we turn them on if they're necessary, if I think they'll help. Okay, that should work. Don't know how much coal it will give me, but it will give me enough. But yeah, this one, undergrounds aren't used at all for defending against biters, like, in any way, so I was like, oh right, this won't change anything, so we just turn them off. We also have resources a little bit higher, just to save some time, but we don't have them crazy high this time around. Will this work? Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, so we have stone. Will you be using cliff explosives once I get to oil? Probably. Because, I mean, I still have to do the spaghetti base before cliff explosives. It's just causing problems until then. But maybe I won't. I haven't really... I didn't explicitly forbid them. And I don't know if it would really change the designs that much. I don't think it would be a huge difference if I didn't have them, but I don't know, I'll think about it. We have a ways to go for that, like an hour, by the time I figure out what we're doing. Because we need to get this. Which hopefully... Okay, we have a couple options here, and I'm going to go with the really bad one of sending this straight through my entire base. So that way we have refineries while I am doing oil. It's gonna be a mess, and I'm gonna have to delete this, but this way we'll automatically get refineries, and I don't have to think about crafting them when I get back. Yeah, they do increase the resource cost a little bit, but it's normally... By the time the challenge is or the run is over, though, they're not that expensive. Like, long term, they have a lot of costs. Short term, you don't really get attacked by them that often. It's just a very small time commitment to get rid of them once a run, and then you're done. Longer term, they're definitely substantial. I think if I found combat in this game more exciting, I would probably play with them more often. But I don't think biters have a place being in Factorio. To be honest, there's a reason I run any percent. Actually, that isn't the reason I ran any percent. I just don't find biters that exciting. I say this as I've been planning to revisit Dyson Sphere because they added defenses, but I'm just really curious if they did it well. Do we have enough coal? Barely. We might need to... we'll be fine. I don't think we need to expand it yet. Okay, so we did not start buffering pipes, which means we can't actually leave yet. So let's get those set up. Nope, not filter inserters. Pipes. Those were supposed to be buffering earlier. Well, that means we can't really do anything for oil. I guess I could get... Can I get red chips? I can get red chips set up. Yeah, we can do red chips. Which... We're doing oil over here. We're doing red chips over here, so that way we only have to move plastic and sulfur around, which seemed a little bit easier than moving oil through the base. Think... I think that's accurate. We'll see if it's actually true. We could do a small red chip build with this, right? There's enough copper here. How much can we do? One lane is 10 assemblers, so we could do not 6 and 4. We could do like 4 and 2. That's a decent. I mean, that's still a decent size red chip lane. Yeah, that's not awful. Okay, yeah, we can live with that. This is like what, 16 assemblers? That's a perfectly fine start. Honestly enough. But it's a great start. Destroying them with spiders or eco-friendly rockets doesn't seem worth the earlier game bad combat. Yeah. The later combat options. Artillery is really fun. The other ones I don't think are that exciting. Artillery almost does make it worth it though. I just started using artillery in my space exploration run. And I kind of get it. It's pretty neat. But aside from that, flamethrowers are pretty cool. But none of the fun stuff is in the needs to happen before you launch a rocket. It's all not worth doing if you're just launching a rocket. It's almost worth doing. If the run was like 6 hours longer or something, flamethrowers would be worth it. But when it's just the rocket, they're just hard sell. Okay, how do we do this? Okay, we switch this over to a pure patch, so that way I don't need to cross another belt. I think that's the strat. This will cause some issues with coal. Does this belt get used for anything else? No, it does not. Perfect. Okay, so we might have to add a filter inserter or manually clear it on our way back, otherwise it will cause problems. I think filter inserter is probably going to be the easiest bet. Also, that does nothing. Honestly, we're just going to leave that. Doesn't matter that much. Military trains. Oh, like, actually, what do you mean by military trains? Oh, this doesn't work. We can't meld them that densely. You just mean, like, artillery on a train? Or, like, resupply trains with everything you need for killing biters? Okay, is this 30? Technically no, but it's pretty darn close. As in the okay, artillery ones. I wasn't sure if you were like there was a mod that added like trains with guns on them, because that would also be pretty cool. Yeah, artillery trains are cool. This artillery in general, it just has such a long reach. It feels great. Not that useful. Artillery is not that useful? Artillery is pretty useful. Although I don't know if there's any... The trains themselves are that much more useful. I mean, they're great for, like, making a forward base if you don't plan on clearing every biter base out. Like, if you make a mining outpost, it's a lot easier to just move an artillery train there to defend it. I mean, you can also move the supplies to locally produce ammo. Somebody suggested that to me before, but it doesn't seem as fun. Alright, does this work? Yes. How do we do this? I think we need 4? Yeah, okay. There we go. Okay, copper lane is full. I feel like I deleted something that I wasn't supposed to. There's a remote control biter eraser. True. You just click a button and then an entire base is destroyed. Or you just click a bunch of buttons and do a very excessive amount of explosions. Okay, so we need more iron, and I think we actually need another iron lane, so I guess we need to get that set up too. Yeah, yeah, we definitely have time to wait for pipes to build up for oil. Because I think they're about probably halfway done by now. And then we'll somehow need to get... We need to get stone over here. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards, no splitters. I don't really need to do that. But it's been fun without it, so I'm not I've been fine not using them, so I've decided to just roll with it. It wasn't originally the plan, but it has worked out, so I'm okay. Okay, does this work? This would be an iron lane. Oh, this would go here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we have an iron patch. And then, what else can we do? Oh, we just need a sideload iron here, right? Oh, right, right. I'm trying to figure out how to get stone over here, and that's actually really easy. Okay, cool. Does this go anywhere else? No, it does not. Perfect. Okay, so this is stone for later. We don't need it for a while. A bus base seems like a really good idea. In this situation, I don't think a bus would be that good with long insert without splitters. Maybe there's a strong thick sarcasm there, but let's not do a bus when we don't have splitters. You can hold it down, really? Does it just like place them as soon as does it place them as like maximum distance, or does it place them like every tick? Because I could see either, depending on how they designed it. Because if they tried to do maximum distance, that would be cool and efficient. But if it just did it at every tick, that also sounds fantastic. Every tick. Oh, that sounds... it sounds overkill. Okay. Well, usually I see the... Usually it's the Kappa emote for that, so it's just like, oh wait. This must be real then. Okay, does this work? Yeah, right? Spacing is right. Okay, cool. You know what? These lanes have not been terrible. Okay, this is technically enough iron. We just have to figure out how to get more iron. Is it time to go to this patch? I think it's time to go to this patch. Or this patch. How much belt is that? Oh, we do not have that much belt. How much is it? Let's see. I didn't need to click 3 times. 200 tiles and another, like, 100 tiles. Okay, that's not that bad. We also need some drills. Hello, Capid. Welcome, welcome. We have drills. This is way too many drills. Oh, this was uncapped for a while. I forgot about that. Yeah, that explains it. I keep... so, I keep grabbing belts, and then I'm like, oh, I also need... I also need undergrounds and splitters every time I grab from those. But, you know, obviously I don't. I don't need those. That's kind of the whole point. You just need to disable control settings, drag map. Oh, would it drag the map otherwise? Oh, I guess if you were zoomed in, yeah. I guess I've just never tried. I'm pretty decent. It's gonna be a fairly short stream again, like probably only another like 40 minutes. That's because it's been a slow few days. Hopefully when I come back Friday, we'll be good to be back to like a normal length 2.5 hour stream. But aside from that, pretty good. We're doing undergrounds, no undergrounds, and it's honestly not going too bad. We've been using a lot of long inserters. And I might try the car strat because it's funny for something. I don't know what yet. We'll probably use it for plastic. I think we'll use it for red chips. Do we have a radar? We do have a radar. Oh, wait, okay, so... I want to make sure these are running and make sure they're connected. So we are going to give this its own power source for the radar. So that way I can check on it while I'm away. There we go. Because we don't really need this radar to work constantly. We'll give it another radar. Yeah, undergrounds as in underground belts and underground pipes. So we have to use long inserters everywhere. Alternatively, I could be using splitters, but I don't know. It didn't feel right to use those, so we have those kind of banned as well. Although that was just kind of like an extra thing. That wasn't originally going to be the plan. But it's been fun, so I've been rolling with it. Because you can just use splitters as like pseudo undergrounds. I just tried to place an underground. Oh, this is a hard habit to break. Okay, so basically the plan here is this radar will run long enough for me to check that everything is working, so I don't have to come back here. We're actually going to take the coal out though, so it doesn't run now. And then while we're here, I guess we might as well do a second lane. We can't really do a third because there's not much space. I didn't realize this was right against the water, but we might be fine. We can also use this to check to make sure everything's connected before I hook it up. Long fast inserters would be incredibly useful. Like that would be very good. It's very surprising they're not in it. Just not in the vanilla game. We are doing no biters this time because they didn't add anything unique to this specific challenge, so I figured it would be easier to just not play with them. Because they just would have added time, but it wouldn't have... No undergrounds wouldn't have changed my defenses at all, so figured we'll just go without them. Make the run take like an hour less. Generally we don't play with them, because most things don't really have a unique aspect when biters are enabled. Except for, you know, Invisible Run, of course, had them. Because Invisible biters is hilarious. Okay. So now we will be able to make sure things are powered and make sure we're getting coal on our way back. Yeah, long fast inserters would be really good. Because that would let you do 6 fast inserters into a single assembling machine if you wanted to make it extra fast. So that means you could have like, what, half of a stack inserter at that point? But you would be able to have it early game, and I think that would be pretty cool. I guess it depends how expensive you made it. But yeah, they would be genuinely useful. Don't know if they would be useful for like just launching a rocket, but like I feel like mid-game designs would be a lot cooler with that. Because higher throughput is just always nice. It is quite deliberate that they don't exist. Yeah, would they be too broken? Or would they be terrible for UPS? Okay, we built that way too close, but that's fine. Okay, now there should be enough power for us to check. Awesome. Okay, and this will eventually die, but that's okay. We don't need this full iron lane, right? For blue science? Not really. We'll set it up. Because, I mean, setting up the rest of the iron lane isn't that bad. Sideload it, finish the little loop thing. I can never remember what it looks like at the top. There we go. This is such a fun little pattern. I love it. Their lack adds to the puzzle. Ah. That's fair. If they were added, things would be too easy. You could just leave a 2-tile gap for everything. Although, realistically, people don't... I don't think a lot of people like the speedrunner design for log inserters. You know, just using them everywhere because they're faster. Like, a lot of people like saving space. So I wonder how many designs would really be different if you had those. At least for a lot of people who generally just use long inserters for like this way as opposed to this way. Invisible off-grid challenge? Oh no, please no. Filter inserters are friends on mixed belt. If we get mixed belts, yes, we'll have to use filter inserters at the end. Yeah, it's really nice for labs. Although our labs are very weird today because we needed room for a fifth belt. Or a third belt, sorry. I think it's a very fun design. Okay, so how do we do this? We need to get this belt down here. I think I might move this. I think might move this. Also, we can definitely start buffering more of this. You know what? We're going to use medium poles. They seem very out of place, but we're going to use them. Look at that. Speaking of filter inserters, there you go. Filter inserters for mixed belts, because we can't split it off using a filter splitter like usual. You've never actually used longhand inserters. That is impressive. I can't imagine a life without long inserters. Actually, that's not true. Burner inserter stuff doesn't use it. But it's a lot harder to make some designs. At least like mid-game, once you get to like red and blue chips, they are very beneficial if you want things like nice and tidy. But I guess, yeah, they're not necessary, obviously, because you can beat the game with burner inserters, so you can beat the game without long inserters. And of course, if you don't have things like sharing the belt, it also gets a lot easier. Crestoria has a long version of its fastest inserters. How fast are Crestoria's longest inserters? Is this enough? Yeah, that's enough. Wait, why would we do that? There's absolutely no reason for us to put it on the belt and then split it off like 5 seconds later when we can just go directly into the belt. I was over here trying to make that a little bit messier than it needed to be. We only need half a belt though, and the other stuff goes elsewhere. So for now, we'll just send this here. Is this half a belt? This is 2.4. This is way more than half a belt. We only need 4 inserters. Because we should have stack size 2 by now, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's why foresight is your friend. Thinking through designs does help a little bit. It wouldn't have been bad. It just would have been unnecessary. What is funny are Bob's inserters. They're super stretchy. Bob's inserters are great. Going from like a near inserter to a far long inserter is just like, it's so much slower, but it's hilarious to watch. And there we go. Yeah, see, now we don't have to filter out the iron, because what we were going to have to do was like this with no, we were going to have to filter out the circuits and then send it back like that. They're way too useful. So I actually don't like them either, but not because they're useful. I think they're incredibly unfun to place. Because for me, I love the mechanics of Factorio, and I find long inserters and inserters are really fun to place. But Bob's inserters, makes it all just one inserter that you customize, which means there's never a fast way to do it. The old version of the inserters, where they weren't customizable, they just had a lot of options. I liked that one, because they still just had normal long inserters. But I feel like the modern one only has customizable ones. And I like having at least 2 inserter options for build speed. And then I could use the custom ones later. Like a third customizable option on top of base would be great. It's the fact that it's a full replacement that I don't love. And maybe there's ways around that. There might be. I don't play Bob's mods that much, so I haven't looked a ton into it. I saw someone working on a really cool modification of it, which was super nice. Okay, and then we need plastic. I guess we'll put plastic over here. That means the long red inserters will go here. Is space a concern? Probably not, so we're just going to use all long inserters. K2's superior to long inserters are extension speed 0.15, rotation speed 0.06. That sounds really fast. So a long inserter version of something faster than a stack inserter and moving more than a stack inserter. That's what I'm getting from this. Yeah, just the simple like near far side option is nice. But I like the things you have to do to make things They're off on the far side. I think those are fun, so just giving up on that is always sad. Yeah, it was that one. His visual configurable inserters thing was really cool. Yeah, it was Jan Sharp. This almost fits perfectly, because we can only run 6 of these, right? Actually, I think we can only run 12. I'm not entirely sure. Let's do 16. Yeah, that one was really cool, because it just kind of showed you where things would be placed. Okay, this kind of works. I hope. I'm not actually confident in that. Mostly because we don't have plastic yet, but the reason we're building this first is just because we needed to wait for things to build for oil refineries. Because things are going a bit slower due to lack of iron balance. I wonder why iron isn't balanced properly. It's almost like there's not a splitter, which is a very good balance tool that we have access to. Okay. There we go. We have plenty of pipe now. Is this enough pipe, actually? Yeah, that's not that far away. Okay, yeah, we should be good. And then we'll just put a random chest. Okay, refineries. Oh my gosh, these are not capped. This is more than enough refineries for the entire launch. We only need 10 right now, like 10 right now. Even that is more than enough. Okay, and then power poles. We're kind of lacking. We're gonna craft the big electric poles because I don't know if we have enough to make it all the way there comfortably. At least not with how poorly we place power poles generally. Okay, so I wanted to go here. I don't know. Do I need this space for something later? I don't know. That sounds like too much foresight. We're just gonna place it. Yo, thanks so much for the follow. Yeah, we do this stuff. Mostly we do this on Monday, but sometimes if it ends up, if I didn't do enough on Monday, I'll continue it on the Tuesday. Yeah, we do the dumb stuff once a week, once or twice a week. And then other days we just play modded stuff, or we're working on designs for a much larger project at the moment, so I spend like 2 to 3 days a week on that. Burner 100% is what I call it, because yeah, it's a 100% run, like a 100% achievement run, but I'm using entirely burner inserters. It's going to take like 12 hours probably. It's going to be a fun stream. Hopefully. It's going to be a long one, that's for sure. Okay, will this work? You know, it probably will work. Okay, and now we drag the power. Okay, dragging big electric poles and regular pipe at the same time is actually really doesn't seem like a fast combo. Just because the reach of the big electric poles is so large, so long. It's big. It's a big reach. Okay, but this should be fine. I mean, we could just do power first. Yeah, honestly, we should have just done power first. Also, we don't have grenades yet, do we? And then I think... So, hopefully I'm up to it. I have a plan to do your... I know you've been wanting me to do the permanence mod for a while, Dice. That one is pretty high up on my list. I've just been waiting for a day when I felt mentally up to it. Because it sounded stressful. So I didn't want to do it this week. But I have plans to do it pretty soon. Very high up on the list of meme runs. It would be funny to start at the end goal and start designing blueprints to allow smooth transitions of stages. You could just not go for max range of the poles. Well, but then at that point, why did I bring electric poles, right? Then it's not fun. Then they feel wasted. Yeah, we could just place them wherever. It would help if I put them on my hotbar. There we go. No, that makes it so much better. I guess the problem was mostly the fact that I didn't have them on my hotbar and I was Q-picking them. You can tell I don't use big electric poles that much. Or, like, ever. I barely even use them in space exploration. Oh no. Our first obstacle. I mean, it wasn't that big of an obstacle, but, you know. It's the first one. It's the first time we actually ran into a cliff. But yeah, I'm not sure what you mean, Dragontor. Designing blueprints to allow smooth transition of stages. Yeah, okay, that's worth it. That's worth saving, like five. That's worth wasting, like one every 5 tiles. It's also more fun to place. I feel like there's a gap in these pipe belt pipes, but because of all the trees, but there's no way to really know. Also, is there any research? We could get rails, we can get the modules. And I guess we can go for military, get ourselves grenades and cliff explosives. If I decide to do cliff explosives, maybe we'll just try to work around it. It is good you leave bins for heat expansion so pipes don't crack. So true. That's basically what the placeable off-grid mod was about, right? You leave the pipes in the gaps. It's optimal. Hello, Petrick. Welcome, welcome. Oh no, we don't we don't have grenades, and this is entirely inside a forest. Okay, this is a perfect situation. This is exactly what I want. This is a continuation because I wasn't able to stream for that long yesterday. We were only able to do it for like an hour and a half, so I just wanted to do a little bit more of it today. Because we barely got into the meat of the spaghetti last time. Yeah, they're not the most exciting socks, but they're definitely one of my most worn pairs. Because like they're really just striped red socks, right? They don't have a cartoon on them. But they're awesome. They're so comfy. They go with a lot of my clothes, which is also nice. Sunset socks would be cool. I guess they do kind of look sunsetty, huh? But full-on sunset socks would be awesome. There's so many things that could go on socks. I I think I think we're reaching a point in my life where I need to get a dedicated drawer for socks. Not a drawer, sorry, like a full-on dresser with like sorted socks. Because like I feel like I already have multiple dozens of socks. Like that's a lot of socks for a lot of people. Uh, and it's hard to fit that in like a single sock drawer, especially since they've already taken up like the whole drawer. I have a secondary box for them, which is fun, but definitely not the classiest thing to just have a cardboard box on the ground with socks in it. Okay, does this work? Is that everything? Yes. Does it make it all the way back? Hey, it does. Cool. A sock display. Now that would be sick. Slick. Whoa, what is this? Huh. That is clipping through that texture. I don't think it's supposed to do that. There we go, Titus. Is this a display of the heat expansion you were talking about? The heat expansion of the leaves just bursting through the pipe. Okay, well, is everything good? Oh, this is a very ugly pipe. Let's just ignore it. Let's just zoom in so nobody has to look at it. You kept the habit to bulk buy same socks since forever because pairing is easy. It definitely is a lot easier to pair socks if they're all the same. What's not easy is when you bulk buy different pairs of the same color of almost identical socks. That's the worst. That is a very wrong way to bulk buy. Like when you have like 10 pairs of black socks and there's like 4 different types in there and they all look very similar. Then pairing them is really bad. That's like the worst you can do. There's also the option of buying socks that don't go together. A lot of fun socks are sold pairless. Like you get like 6 different designs, but none of them are matching. Then you never have to worry about it. I don't generally like that option because that stresses me out more, but it does solve the problem. Hard mode is identical black socks with toes. With toes? Oh, like toe socks? Wait, what makes that harder? Do the toes fit differently or something? Uh, these are all built the wait. I'm so confused. Why aren't these working? What am I missing? Did I do something wrong? I'm very confused. They're not getting oil, but it says there's like 18,000 oil. Is it just pipe delay? Is it a pressure thing because this is such a long pipe, or is it disconnected somewhere? It could just be terrible flow rate due to distance and not having undergrounds, so this is just like 5,000, 1,000 pipe. Might be missing a pump. I guess do you think I need like a pump? Like an actual pump in here? I've never tried to build... Oh, wait. Missing... Oh, wait, some of these might be the wrong direction. The one that I try to fix. Is that the problem? No, I think that was a separate problem. That was me trying to fix it. Yeah, I've never tried to build this long of a pipe without undergrounds. I guess it is like 1,000 pipe, which I've heard is not great for flow rate. Will that work? I mean, it's working better. Is that all it was missing? Do I need another pump somewhere? Probably. You know, we have a car. I could be driving it, but then I remembered this is a forest. A storage tank? I would do a storage tank, except I can't afford one. I've never had this type of pressure issue. It's almost like I normally use pumps. Maybe this is just less oil than I thought. Maybe it would be worth it. Honestly, it might be worth it to get both of those because the pressure is so bad. Flow rate's worse with normal pipes. As far as I know, the way flow rate works is it's based on how many total pipes there are. So undergrounds are just like 10 times more efficient because they're just a tenth of as much pipe. There's probably something more to it than that, but I think that's the general idea. Sit. But it's probably a little bit more complicated. Probably not that straightforward, but yeah, just more pipe means more actual like numbers of placed pipe just means it's slower. Yeah, okay, it is based on segments. I didn't just pick that up. Cool. So yeah, this just gets 1,000 segments for every like 100 you would use in undergrounds. You can still make up for it with a lot more pumps. I just wasn't really planning for that because I forgot. I forgot flow rates get this bad. This might change a little bit of how I do my burner designs because I was thinking I would be lazy and just connect a bunch of oil with a plain pipe. I might not be able to do that. Although that's with that's going to be with oil turned up all the way. So it's not going to be... How many tiles is this? 300 plus 2... It's not going to be a 500 tile long pipe, so maybe it won't be that bad. I think they're going to be about most of the time they're going to be about 100. They're also going to be 4 times the flow rate. I could run 2 pipes. True. Well, not in the... I couldn't realistically do that in the burner 100, because that's going to be something I'm doing with a controller. And I do not trust the accuracy of that. Yeah, we'll get electricity on the way back. I didn't feel like dragging both of them this time. I probably should have, because then I could confirm they worked. We'll put an underground. We'll put a radar here. That way we can look at it or double check it later. Although we won't really be able to double check it's connected. Oh wait, never mind. It's obviously connected. There's oil in it from the other side. So we just need to be careful not to break it. And then we're golden. Then we can switch to big pipes or big poles. These are so much less satisfying to place. They're really good if you're going really fast, but when you're going really slow, just like one placement every like 20 steps doesn't have that like fast building sound. You know, the constant clicking of building fast. It's like the best part about Factorio. Okay, so that should solve our pressure problem by just getting like 4 times the oil we need. Maybe I should have done barrels. Would barrels have been a better solution? Maybe not a better solution. Fast Oreo. That would be a fun mod. Honestly, I've thought about doing a tick rate run. Like, I think it would depend how... So the thing is, I think my computer could only handle probably like times 15, times 20 by the end game. But I could start it with like times 100, and then it just gradually gets slower over time. Oh, that would be terrible. No, wait. I can't push it that much. I can limit the amount of threads Factorio uses. That might work. So that way it doesn't interfere. Yeah, we could also use an oil train. I kind of forgot we have access to pumps now, because this isn't a pipeless run. There's lots of options. Yeah, I've been thinking of doing a game tick run. That one would definitely have biters. Because if I'm building 10 times faster, biters should be able to move 10 times faster as well. Which is a terrifying thought. But I think it would be really fun. So I might do that at some point. It's on the list for sure. The only thing is I need to figure out how much I could reasonably push it. Just in terms of voice quality, because if the game runs and uses up everything, like if it uses up every resource I have available, it causes issues with my voice. What does this tick entail for the untickable? Everything would be 10 times faster. Like the entire game, my character, crafting speed, biters, all of that would be 10 times faster. Everything would just be moving really, really fast. It also would be horrible for bitrate. That's another issue that I would need to figure out. A literal speedrun, yeah. That will take way longer than a normal run because you're gonna spend so much time just not being able to do anything. But can you keep up? You definitely would not be able to keep up. You'd be heavily outpaced. That's why I want biters on it. Because I think it would be hilarious trying to fight biters in that situation. There we go. Okay, so we got plastic. We have a spot for coal. Okay, so plastic's gonna be easy. How do we get coal over here? Oh, wait. Coal's really easy. Look at that. We planned for this the entire run. I mean, we didn't, but it's nice to think that. Okay, so we have plastic. This is not enough. Actually, it might be enough coal. It's not a fully saturated belt, so we should probably finish the coal belt first. But yeah, that would be the game tick run. It would definitely be with biters, because that just would be really interesting to see biters going really fast as well. The only thing that I need to figure out is the bitrate. It's got to be so bad. I don't know how well it would be in a stream. Obviously, the recording would be fine. It wouldn't be fantastic, but it would be okay. I can't imagine it will look good. Have you seen me fight biters? Probably not. I don't usually do it that often. We'll be doing it. Do I have any plans that have biter fighting soon? Yeah, I will be doing it when I do the... I can't remember what it's called. When I do the... What's the mod called? That makes that you can't delete things? Permanence? When I do the permanence mod, that will be done with biters. Just for fun. But generally, they're just off. Where does this coal go? Nowhere. Okay, well, we can flip it around. Oh my gosh, driving at 10 times speed? Oh, we're definitely gonna have to drive at 10 times speed. We're gonna try to do the drive-bys. We're gonna do biter drive-bys at 10 times speed. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, the permanent mod sounds cool. Speed crashing. We would break our car in record time, 100%. We will break it on the first tree we see. And by first tree, I mean 10 trees, because we'll just plow through like 20 of them at once, and then they'll just break my whole car. Train dodging? Oh gosh. Train dodging wouldn't be too bad, because I'm really... I can't bring myself to build trains very often. Maybe if I did a rail world run, that might be good as a rail world. Because on the one hand, distance doesn't matter that much because I'm running super fast. But on the other hand, trains running at 10 times speed sounds fantastic. So while I don't need them, it actually would be an interesting inclusion. We might do a rail world for that. Because then we could see trains and cars at times 10 speed. And that would have biters on it, but it wouldn't have expansions, so that's a good 2. Yeah, that would be a good rail world. That'd be a really good rail world. I also want to revisit the walk speed one. Is there any way to make the walk speed lower? Like the minimum speed lower to like minus 75%? Because I'm thinking like I think 4 times slower to 4 times faster would be a really fun range to redo it. But I'm not sure if there is a technical limitation on that or not. Oh, it can go lower? Cool. Because I think right now it caps at minus 25% speed. It didn't get that slow, but it could get really fast, and it just felt unbalanced. I think I need to redo it, but where there is no minimum for the speed. And with pickup range 1? What about pickup range 1? Oh. Oh, in combination with ultra fast character. Ultra fast character, and then 5 times even faster character, and then you can only pick up things you're directly standing on. Oh no. Okay, we would have to do more than just pickup range 1. We would have to do, what's the word? We would have to do build reach 2 for as 1 as well. Because the thing is, you don't need to pick up stuff. You can just mine it, right? So I would just cheat and do that. We need to make up for that. Make it not an option by just making it that I can only build stuff I'm adjacent to. We'll start with just the times 10 tick speed first, but honestly just adding more speed on top of that seems like a natural place to go afterwards. But okay, we have blue chips. Oh wait, this isn't rotated. I don't like how this looks. Is there anything I can do to fix this? Oh wait, we don't need this to stay here. This was temporary. This was just to get me like 40. There we go. This is a lot better. I completely forgot the original intention was to delete that. And I guess when I built it, I did say, I'm gonna forget this is supposed to be deleted. And I was right. Immediately wrong. Immediately forgot about it. There you go. We're just gonna delete these. Normally I don't delete things that are not necessary, but if I don't delete them, I forget about them. And we need things to not be excess. Minimum speed in the API is 0. I see. I don't think I need to go that slowly. But I guess, I mean, it's a customizable range, so it might as well go down to 0. It would be really funny, actually. It just, every 30 seconds, sometimes I can stop moving, and then I start using belts randomly. Actually, that doesn't sound awful. No, I wouldn't want it that often. But as a randomly just losing all movement speed is pretty funny for like 30 seconds. That's pretty great. But yeah, I really want to revisit that one. Also, I want to do that one in a default settings situation as well. Because we did that one, we only did the walk speed challenge. We did one with the random one. We did it with the chaos randomizer, which had biters, I think. But we also had resources turned up. But we haven't done just a walk speed change without random recipes. So I really want to revisit it. And then we did it with the any percent design. What do we need over here? Bricks? Which that one was fun, because you could see my muscle memory trying to kick in, but none of it worked because everything was really fast. That was fun. that was a fun variation. Okay, and then clear our inventory, get rid of this copper. Why is iron so bad? I don't think we have a single full iron lane in this entire base, and I'm sitting here wondering why iron is low. What could it possibly be from? Random debuffs? There aren't that many mods for that, though. Like, the walk speed one was specifically made for me. I don't know if there are that many... Inserter throughput? I don't think inserter throughput is the problem, because we have stack size 2. The issue is we don't have enough... we just don't have enough drills. We have, like, 60 drills for, like, 3 lanes. Or 70 drills for 3 lanes. The mod is 56 lines long. You're sure you can manage to update it? Yeah, if there were other debuffs. I guess it makes sense that I'm surprised it's that long, actually. I figured it was just as simple as, like, running a walk speed command, but I don't really know if there is one. Actually, wait, there is. But obviously, probably some logic on top of that, especially for the timer. The non 30-second timer, I haven't forgotten that. I haven't forgotten how you made it, like, just below 30 seconds, so I couldn't track it. That was such a great decision. And I'm glad you made it, but it's so funny. Okay, let's limit these to... Actually, we're not going to limit these. These are just going to stay there forever. There's going to be no way. There's absolutely no way to get these out of here, I'm realizing. Not a good way, at least, if we ever want to send these to a different lane. Okay, so we can't fit any more of this here, which is unfortunate. Can we get more copper? I might be able to get one more inserter, actually. We might need prod modules for this to work, but I think we could get one more assembler here and get a little bit more red chips. I've also... Something on the list is, I don't know if it would be possible, but, like, every entity constantly being damaged. Like, every entity. I feel like since so many things are an entity, that could be problematic. What, you mean you can't you can't keep track of something that happens every 193 ticks? 1,693 ticks. Wait, is that how long it was? 28.21 seconds? Yeah, how could I not keep track of 28.21 seconds? It's such a natural number. Lava, basically. On the bright side, it would be vitalist by default, because everything takes damage, so the bases would die. But on the other hand, I don't know if there would be a damage value that works, that makes it that biters die past their natural health regeneration, and my base doesn't get decimated. Because entities only have a very small amount of health, and I think the amount of health that the entities would need that's reasonable would not really damage a biter base. So I think I might actually have to deal with biters. But I like the idea of having to have 1,000 repair bots at the end that do nothing but repair my base. But also the bots also might die. So it would be very scary. And I imagine incredibly computationally difficult. So I don't know how viable it is. Or if it's even possible. But the idea of everything taking damage constantly seemed really interesting. Oh wow, this is a lot of assembly machines. Plus unkillable biter bases? I don't think we would need to do that. In fact, we definitely wouldn't. Just in general, anything that explicitly does biter stuff, very, very low on the list. I will say that. Pretty much no plans to ever do a Death World run, that's for sure. Because people suggest that a lot. I'm gonna have to run completely out of ideas before I do a Death World. Okay, so we need sulfur. Oh, and we need water. Oh, water's right here. Oh, sulfur is gonna be really easy. Yeah, mods would help. I mean, if I am adding mods, I guess I could do mods for this. But I would want it to be mostly... This is probably something I would want to be mostly vanilla. But a repair turrets everywhere also sounds cool, so that actually can stay an option, because that is kind of neat. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I don't have undergrounds. How do I do this? Wait. How do I make sulfur in a way that's expandable? Is there any way to make it expandable? Barrels? Should I use barrels? Should I use barrels? I should use barrels. We're using barrels. We need sulfur. That means we need barrels. Okay, Let's do it. Okay, we need a small amount of barrels. Okay. I can't believe we're already back to barrels again. It's not the... well, okay, it's the only way to make it expandable. True. I could do this, though. Because water's on the right side. Like, this is also an option, right? Actually, this option is really cool. Barrels on a train. Maybe no barrels on a train. Actually, this option looks too cool to pass up. Maybe we can delay barreling. For a bit. We'll definitely need it later, I think. But we don't need it here. But yeah, I definitely don't mind ideas with biters. They just get pretty low on the list. Because there's a lot of like non-biter things that I have in works first. I wish Death World was a little bit more interesting. Maybe a high resource Death World. I think that's a good combo because you expand so fast that biters get reasonably strong, but you also have the resources to throw at them. That might be a balance I need. Vanilla Death World settings, that's just like default settings with extra biters, right? Okay, now we need to get... oh, gosh. Should I have sent this down? I should probably send this down. Actually, wait. We can do this without crossing a pipe. Well, not crossing any pipe, but we can cross fewer pipes. Now we can send this down. I will delete this because we no longer need it. Perfect. And now we have to cross this one. Oh my gosh, wait. We moved it just a little out of reach. Whoops. That happens. Okay, I think we only need like 5. So we'll just place that. Okay, I think the goal will be to get to blue science today. That would be a good stopping point. The construction bots goal almost that Tice was talking about. Yeah, honestly, blue science or engines are decent goals for the really messy runs. Although you can do that with such a small base, I would need to force myself to do it like it would be expandable. Just so it's not like 5 assembly machines and call it good. Yeah, the resurgence of barreling. We can't escape it. Which I guess makes sense. It's a lot easier to move a barrel across a belt than it is to move a pipe across a belt. But maybe not. Not at scale, but in small scale, like for like 10 assembling machines, I think it would be very, very straightforward. And oh my gosh, that barely passes. Oh, we're missing an underground belt. I wonder why. And then how do we do this? We need sulfur to go here. Maybe we should just Where do I put sulfur? Do I have space? We don't... okay, technically we have space. We don't have explosives yet. They're not explicitly banned, we just haven't built them because I keep forgetting that we might need them soon, so we'll put that off till next time. We can barely fit blue science here. That's perfect. Yeah, no, it fits perfectly. It almost barely fits perfectly. I love it. Just as I designed. Okay, what is that? 10 science? That's not that much. We're gonna fit as many as fit. Although these don't run very long, so not sure how well this will work. Oh wait, sorry, this is one tile too high. Barreling blue science. Wait, what would blue science? What does blue science and barrels have in common? Okay, so this is my plan, right? We could do belt weaving. Oh wait, we can't do belt weaving. Did I really just think belt weaving was a plan? We can't do belt weaving. Okay. So we steal from the mall for gears for engines. And then This goes here. This will have sulfur on this belt in the middle. Doing this build order was not ideal. That's fine. This is so many assemblers. But yeah, that way it fits here. Because I think fitting it here is just so perfect that I couldn't pass it up. And we'll do 20 assemblers. That's way too many, but figured I might as well. And then the other belt will be steel and pipes. I have not thought through where we're gonna put electric engines, but that's for next time. No belt weave, that's sushi could substitute for an option. If I could figure out sushi, that might work. That's not more condensed though. The problem with sushi is it doesn't solve the problem of not having a tile gap here, and you need to be able to loop the sushi, so I would still need 2 tiles. Unfortunately. I guess you could remove this tile though with sushi. The throughput would be a bit low, but you could probably get enough for blue science because it crafts so slowly. So if I brought the sushi and made it like an 8-item sushi, that could definitely work. Filter inserter is any good for sushi? I don't know if filter inserters help that much with sushi. Usually you just use like circuits and splitters and circuit logic. I think since we don't have access to splitters, we would have to do Combinator magic. And I don't know how to do Combinator magic. Okay, I really hope that my spacing was right here. We should probably do the belts first. One of these belts is the wrong direction. I don't know which one it is. The bottom one, okay. Next lane, time only on grounds, making quarters would be only half a lane can go, half need to stay. I don't know what that means. For the record, this is a terrible place for blue science and will regret it. Oh, 100% this isn't a great spot for blue science. We knew that in the beginning. It was such a perfect spot that I couldn't pass it up. You know? It's definitely not a good idea, but it's also such a perfect position that I had to go with it. Oh, only undergrounds. Gotcha. Only undergrounds is actually that's pretty funny. We might do that. No, that's good. Only underground pipes. Actually, we could underground. You know, I would prefer underground only pipes over no underground pipes. I think, because we did a no barrel run. It wasn't that awful. That would basically just be no barrel run. Obviously a lot more involved, but basically it would take years to mine. You would just do hand feeding for a long time until you got to undergrounds. It doesn't take that many resources to get to underground belts. And you could mine into a chest and hand feed, but like you only need a grand total of like 30 copper worth of science to get to underground belts. The main problem is every tile you go is going to be like 4 times more expensive now. But yeah, that part wouldn't be too bad. The corner part is rough, the fact that you can only ever move a half lane anywhere. Okay, so does this work? I think technically it does. And then we have steel here. Ooh, wait, we have steel here. Let's move this to 5 rows of pipe. Is that enough? Yeah, we'll double check to make sure everything's working. Okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right. This one is missing one. Okay, so we have red chips, we have blue science, and now we need blue science to go here. Honestly, not bad. I'm not sure why we'll regret it yet. He's definitely right. I can't imagine a situation where we don't regret this, but we don't see it yet. So when it becomes a problem, it's going to be a real bad problem. But at the moment, we're doing great. Look at that. We have blue science right here. This is a great, great scenario. Okay, so we have blue science, right? Well, it's not working. Sulfur. Oh, sulfur's not connected. Oh no, sulfur's not connected. That's fine. That's actually not a problem at all. It was just a problem based on my belt situation. Wait, still missing 2 normal inserters? Really? Where? Oh, the inputs here. I kind of completely forgot these also needed inputs. There we go. That looks better. And then I think we need to put modules in these. And also in the cables. Because we don't have that much copper available to us. Actually, it would be better spent. Actually, it doesn't really matter that much. That should decrease our copper cost a little bit. The only reason I did that is because we don't have that much space here to do more assembly machines, but I need a little bit more red chips. So this should be a nice little band-aid at least. I think it will only get us like 4 more assemblers, but we're going to do 8 just in case we think of another way to expand it. Because normally I would just supplement it with a splitter. But we don't have a great way to do that. I think what we could do though is convert these all to circuits at one point and then do wire assemblers on the other side. But there we go. We have blue science. And we have way too little copper, which definitely makes sense. That is what we expected. Do I have any more prod modules? I don't know if the prod modules... I feel like they'd be better suited here. When bots, you can just copy-paste the whole base. I don't think copy-paste is going to be that useful this time around, if I'm being honest. There isn't that much we have that's copyable. And usually the only reason bots are fast is because you have undergrounds. But we can try it. Like if we just paste this here, just the entire base without thinking of it, we would technically have twice the production. And then while those build, we'll make sure blue science is actually running. We'll give it some time to back up, see where the bottlenecks are. Because there's definitely some. Let's finish the iron lane. Because it really just needs a few more inserters, really. Or drills. Because it's not inserter limited, I don't think. I think it's just limited by the availability of the belts. And I think it's because we were lazy and we're like, we'll get mining productivity 3. Which is not going to happen anytime soon. I don't know why I thought it was so much earlier. The coal line is fun. Yeah, the coal line that we have for the smelting lanes is really cool. There are probably different ways to build it that weren't so fancy looking, but I just thought it looked so cool like that I couldn't pass it up. Okay, so this needs iron, coal, iron, and this needs iron. Okay, I think there's enough iron here. Yeah, well, if we got to mining productivity 4, then we wouldn't need more miners. But that's an infinity research, isn't it? Or at least yellow science. So yeah, I guess no matter the situation, we probably need more. Will this work? Yeah, this will work. Normally I'd combine this with a splitter, but you know, those are also... We're also not allowing those. No real reason, but we're not. Okay, and then I'm thinking, does this work? No. Does it? I'm trying to figure out a way to do this that makes this one the side loaded. Maybe we just side load it here. Yeah, that's the strat. It might be. You don't really know. I can neither confirm nor deny that this is a commando run. Does this work? These aren't necessarily on the right side. Does that work? Okay. Good. I don't want those to be prioed. This doesn't work that great. I thought we had a lot more space to work with. Okay. I think we can make it work. The only issue is this is going to be very not balanced. So it's not going to be a huge improvement to all our lanes, but it will improve some of them a little bit. Okay, does this work? I think we need more throughput here. But honestly, it might be fine, because this can move a lot. If I could get one more here, actually, that would be very helpful. Okay, I think that fixes our iron lanes. Now we should have about 90 drills going into 3 lanes. That's enough. We only need about 80, because we have mining productivity too, right? Oh wait, no, we don't have that yet. Okay, what's it called that we need? Advanced... We're gonna leave advanced oil for next time. That seems like a great stopping point. Let's not think about sulfuric acid and water or anything like that. Yeah, undergrounds are ugly. Undergrounds don't have that cool boxy look. They're too round. Factorio is a boxy game like Minecraft. So nothing round makes sense. We only need angular things. Like these are triangles. These are perfect. Oh no, that's blinking in and out. Should I put a radar there? Nope, because we don't have one. That's fine. We don't need to check in very often. And then, okay, we have enough time for... We can do a power plant expansion. Right? Wait, can I? Can I expand power? Is there coal to expand power? We could do power over here. We're going to do a power lane up there. Exactly. We need to bring back the old angular one. We still haven't forgiven Woo for changing it into a nice sleek one. I want the one that looks like it was from like Warcraft. Like the original Warcraft or something. Oh, this is working really well. No, this works great. I mean, we're obviously we're obviously cable limited. Oh wait, should we make red belt? Oh wait, we're belt speed limited here because this is just half a belt. Yeah, that's the problem. Right. I didn't realize that was going to be the problem, so I wasn't even thinking about it. I think when I designed it, I originally wanted to use red belt. There we go. That should be a pretty sizable improvement then. I think we're still going to be copper limited soon, but that should be at least like, probably like 50% more. Because it went from 2 assemblers to 3. Yeah, 50% more red chips. That's actually huge though. Because it's a step up from like 0 net production to a little bit above that. This is perfect. Limitations are made, so extra paste the whole base is just the natural insert. Yeah, we'll definitely be able to make pasting the whole base a viable option. This makes sense. I still don't see Tice's vision about how this is going to cause problems, but I also just logically can say he's definitely right. Because I don't see a situation where it wouldn't cause problems. So I'm just waiting for them to suddenly hit me, and just everything stalls, slows to a halt, grinds to a halt, when suddenly we can't build anything. Is this everything we need? Yeah, okay. We're gonna do a power plant over here. Do we have everything we need? Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, usually you are. Your predictions are generally pretty spot on. But yeah, I love the coal lane. I think it still has enough throughput. It might be worth upgrading to steel furnaces to decrease the coal requirement, actually. No, that's not a bad idea. And also, it's really easy to do. We're just going to do it in a random spot. And then it's perfect. Okay, so steel furnaces. They will eventually decrease the amount of coal. Also, they can decrease the space, but I doubt that will matter. Because I don't think belt density is something that, or space density is something that's important right now. But yeah, we'll be able to upgrade things. Because currently the problem we'll have soon is these can only move half a line of coal at a time. Which is only like That's only like 8 rows of furnaces or something, right? Like that's not a lot of lanes from half a belt. One solution is to switch to solid fuel. That does triple how far it can go, right? Is it triple or double? I never remember. Okay, solid fuel would triple it. That's pretty big. Also, we still have cars. But again, we forgot coal for the cars, so I guess wood-powered car it is. It's like a Flintstones era. We're just gonna start walking. We're just gonna sit up and walk the car along, and it's gonna be faster. There we go. Okay. Hopefully we can make a power plant. My goal is to get 40 steam engines here? No, 40 boilers, 80 steam engines. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we have a couple options. I'd say we just make it really long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, that should be 38. I had to count to 18. Are you a stand user? I also don't know what that means. It sounds like a standing desk. That's my guess, but I don't think that makes sense. But that is my guess. Do you use a standing desk? Because people who use standing desks make those comments. Oh, it's a JoJo reference? Is that a JoJo's reference? I need to watch that show. So then I know if things actually are JoJo references, not just people saying that meme. Mining productivity. I was complaining about that. Sure, let's get it. And then... what else? I feel like we're... oh, blue chips. Honestly, I just need to watch more shows. I feel like I don't watch shows very often anymore. I mostly just watch YouTube passively while playing games. Like, I've been binging Baldur's Gate 3 and Dave the Diver. So those are... when I do that, it's like, you need something that's background noise, but not necessarily a new show. Because I want to focus on the show. It's true that everything is... literally everything is a JoJo's reference. I see. It all makes sense now. How is Dave the Diver? It's pretty fun. It is a lot. It is definitely a lot. Like, there's a lot more to it than I expected. So I wasn't prepared for it to be as long as it is. It's probably like 20 hours of content. Depends if you want to like 100% everything. Ah, that almost worked. But it's fun. I mean, it's mostly a fishing game, but it has a bunch of other like side mini game things as too. And like the restaurant that you have to run. But it's pretty cool. It has really pretty graphics, like really neat cutscenes. And the fishing is actually kind of nice. I feel like fishing games are making a resurgence this year. Because didn't Dredge also came out? Was Dredge this year or early last year? Obviously not this year, sorry. It's 2024. Very little came out this year. Last year, I guess, was a resurgence for fishing games. The past 12 months, let's go with that. In the past year, there we go. Cult of the Lamb. That one is... I've seen people play that. Is that the streamer one? Or did someone just name things after chat? I saw someone playing that once. And I don't know if it had Twitch integration or if they just named characters after chat. I didn't quite understand it. You like Dave, but the Restaurant Pond is not for me. That's been the vibe I've gotten from everybody I've talked to. Which admittedly is you, myself, and one other person. But still, that's 3 out of 3. 3 out of 3 people don't like the restaurant. I like the idea of it. And I like how you can basically automate it. But it stresses me out. And the thing is, I like the tea pouring aspect of it. I find that fun. But you can't do it fast enough by yourself. And that makes me sad. So then you have to hire someone to do it. But then you don't get to do it. So I think I'm just going to have to accept that my customers will be mad. So that way I can just do nothing but pour tea during the restaurant portions. But yeah, my brother-in-law did not like that section either. I don't love it. I don't hate it, but it's definitely not like super enthusiastic about it. Lamb has Twitch integration, but it needs but runs need it to be disabled. Oh, like speed runs? Yeah, no, I just saw someone playing it casually and I didn't see like speed runs of it. Or anything like that. Is this... Can we get a little bit more on here? I think we can. But yeah, other than that, it's fun. Very cute game. Very interesting cutscenes. Much more of a story than I expected, too. But yeah, if you just want a relaxing fishing game, it's definitely worth it if you see it on sale. I've also been playing Baldur's Gate. Very different game. Very different game than Dave the Diver. Also very good. I see why it won Game of the Year. Okay, this is not balanced, right? It's close, though. Can I make it balanced? Oh, wait. Here we go. What class you run? I'm a warlock. And I have my whole team built around, like, keeping everybody in darkness, which has been really fun. It's super situational, and then, you know, then someone else has blind immunity, and then you're just screwed. But aside from that, it's just really fun having a theme. That's a really, really cool game. I'm gonna redo it as a paladin, and then I think my cousin wants to play through it with me, so I was also gonna do like a sorcerer. So basically I have plans to beat it at least 2 more times. To get different story ending, story stuff, and also just to play the game more, because it was awesome. And I can't bring myself to respec like mid-game, it just feels wrong. Like, I don't get too deep into the role-playing, but I can't bring myself to completely change characters halfway through. Played a bit with free friends, it's fun in co-op. It seemed interesting in co-op. My first experience with it was co-op, though, so that kind of soured me a little bit on the co-op aspect. Because it didn't work super well to do first-time co-op when someone's already beaten the game. Like, it just kind of... That 100-hour experience gap was rough. But now that I've beaten it and don't have to care about the story on that file, I'm looking forward to doing it again on co-op. Because I think it will be a lot more fun whenever, you know, now I don't have to care about immersion-breaking stuff, because I've already beaten it and paid attention to all the dialogue that I care about, at least. Because I think it will be really fun co-op. And the fact that you can kind of make decisions while you wait for them helps. Because, like, normally you do a turn-based game in co-op, right? It takes twice as long. But because you have to control 4 characters solo anyway, it doesn't take any longer in co-op than it does solo. In some ways it's faster, because now you can both loot things at the same time. Okay. Oh, we're green chip limited here. Ooh, nice. But yeah, looking forward to trying it again, because I think it will be really fun to do with 2 people. A full party sounds really cool, too. Okay, how can I speed this up? We could do a speed module and a prod module. You want to see mods like a Game of the Year one? Game of Thrones one? Game of the Year one? Game of Thrones one? The game has so much content already. That sounds just terrifying. Like, it's my first time playing a game like that, and I have very little experience with, like, tabletop stuff in general. And I've never really played a CRPG. Or a turn-based one. I played Dragon Age a bit, but I was, like, so overwhelmed by the choices. The idea of having more choices kind of terrifies me. So, I'm like, oh, it's good. I can see how mods would be great for people who want more. I'm like, I don't need more, not yet at least. I'm content. There's just so much in the game. There's so many class options. There we go. But yeah, very good. Highly recommend it. It is very fun. I think I'm also going to give Divinity a try. Now that I'm like, oh, I do like turn-based RPGs like this. Because I've never played one before. I've never liked the I've never loved the Final Fantasy style turn-based combat. But having the whole area to run around in makes it a lot cooler. So I was skeptical and didn't want to fully commit. Now I'm like, okay, I'll give more a shot. Okay, these don't work very well, which makes sense. because we're running out of resources. I think, honestly, we're not going to get like any red chips for a really long time. I think next time we just need to fix our red chip production somehow. Wait, wait. There is time for one more spaghetti. There is time for some spaghetti to get us some more red chips. Let's go. We do this. And then we do this. And then we cross it again over here. And now we're really going to regret this. And now we cross it. Oh, okay. This part I haven't really thought through. Because this is on the wrong side of the belt. We can do it. We can do it. I believe. I believe in the spaghetti. You gotta believe in the spaghetti to really appreciate the spaghetti. Okay, it goes... Honestly, I think we actually do have enough red chips. So this is literally useless, by the way. This isn't helpful. I'm realizing now this isn't doing anything. But we're gonna keep at it. And then I think what we do is we take plastic and we loop it around so that way we can sideload chips here. There we go. Okay, so what this will let us do is turn one of these into a cable assembler and hope things work out. You don't believe in spaghetti, but you do believe in spaghetti. Ooh. Ooh, true. I also believe in baguette. Baguette, good. Okay. Now we have copper issues again. So there's not a great fix for that. I thought it would balance out eventually, but I think we have a lot of stuff to back up before it balances out. So what are the options? We could go back to prod mods, or we can just hope it works. That also is an option. Just hoping it works is very viable. There we go. That probably is okay. Probably is okay. It's a band-aid for sure. But hey, we have blue science. We have a very sizable amount of blue science, actually. Like, too much blue science, arguably, for the amount of resources we have. But it works. And next time is when the fun will really begin, because we need bots somehow, which means we need sulfuric acid. So we need to get water somewhere. We need to get sulfuric acid somewhere. And then chemical rocket fuel, that's going to be fun. And then what else? What else will we need? LDS won't be too bad. Science is going to be weird. Because the only way I ever build purple science is the underground, like, speedrun way. So we're going to actually have to do a standard blue science build, or standard purple science build, like, where you produce things separately. Because direct feeding won't work that well. Yeah, these solutions are great. And now that we have more stuff here, we'll really be able to tell what you're talking about later. Because now we have more stuff in here to cause problems. But yeah, I think that is I think this is decent. I'm content with this. I like this little side load I had here because things were on the wrong side of the belt. You know, it would have been another solution. Never mind. I was gonna say we could have used a side swapper here with an underground, but obviously we don't have undergrounds. So that wouldn't have been great. Regret is slowly starting to creep in. It hasn't creeped in yet, because I have not seen exactly what the issue is yet. I was informed there will be one. And now I just believe it. But maybe we'll never notice it. Maybe there was just a different vision in mind. But that's it for me today. It had to be a short stream. I will not be back... I don't think I'll be back Thursday. I'm pretty sure I have an appointment during my normal streaming time, so I doubt I'll be able to stream. Yeah, it was a Commando run. That's the title of the save. It just seems so fitting. But yeah, we have an appointment coming up, so probably no stream Thursday unless I got the time wrong or the day wrong. But probably no stream then. Friday will be burner stuff. So we'll have to finish this next week, I believe. Yeah, we'll probably be finishing this next Monday. Yeah, burner stuff Friday. We have to finish the rest of our mall, I think. Oh, we need to finish bots. Yeah, we have to finish our bot design. And then we have a very huge change to our burner design. Because once we get to bots, that changes how we build things. Because now it just has to be reliable and compact. It doesn't have to be easy to build. So we can do spaghetti, not spaghetti. Well, we can't do spaghetti. We've already done spaghetti. But we can do sushi. We can do really weird splitter things. We have a lot of options for the bot phase, which is exciting. And also, it's going to be overwhelming, but I think it'll be fun. Let's see if Twitch works for me today. It doesn't like to. Yeah, that base is coming along nicely. Very, very, very nicely. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll just end it still not working. Maybe I can find it eventually. There we go. Let's see who's live. That isn't 8-player speedrun. That those raids tend to be not noticed. Does anyone just streaming casually? Hey, that's me. I was just gonna do a random person, like just a normal playthrough, I think. SpaceX. Oh wait, I don't think that's English. How's this one? They're up to. They're formulating a plan for success. Let's see what that is. Yeah, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for all the follows. Thanks for the pointing out when things are broken. Those are always appreciated because I am very unobservant. Now let's say hello to them. They look like they're doing some kind of. It might be a red chip build. I see wires. I don't see the rest of it. But us will find out. Yeah. Give them support and have a great day. Peace.
Wings for every taste.
Circuits run blue, which should be an area above me. Red is going to be a fairly basic because it just needs copper.